Hi everyone, welcome to another video. This is the Elevate Project. I'm Ryan, and we are going to take a look at the Maono PD200X. Before we get started in the review, I do want to give you a disclaimer that the Maono PD200X is a mic that I am reviewing that was sent to me free of charge. It does not affect my review. They do not have any say of what I say, good or bad, about this mic. And they will not see this video before release. There are a few things that I did notice while I was doing this review that I didn't mention, so I'll mention it now. Is that this windscreen does come off, which is nice if it needs to be replaced. This is the diaphragm over here. And overall, it is a pretty good mic for the price. Let's get back into the review. Next, this is a microphone. It has USB and XLR. This is a microphone I want to take a look at. It's a dynamic microphone. I'm doing podcasts as well as some client work that is looking for that podcast type style of Reels as well as YouTube. Video podcast looks like is on fire on YouTube, and this could be possibly a budget-friendly option versus going into more expensive mics like the Shure SM7B. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look and open this up. So we're going to take a look at the box, what it comes with. This is, on the box it says it is the global best-selling internet microphone, really targeted for gamers, podcasters, anything to connect to a computer and to stream on the internet. So streaming is going to be something that this will really benefit from and excel at. So what comes in the box? Again, what's reading on here is a stand adapter, a 2-in-1 digital knob. So we're going to have some gain control and also a headphone jack so we can monitor our audio, which is really nice. It also has an RGB switch. Now, this is something I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of RGB lights on a microphone, especially if I'm on film. However, it does give you the option to turn it off, which is nice. So we take a look here. It's got USB-C and XLR connectivity. So I'll be connecting this to my Rodecaster Pro, depending on what you have. If you have a nice Focusrite that has an XLR connection that you can connect through USB, that is also a good option. And also one key mute, which is nice. So that is out of the way. Nicely packaged, which is nice. Comes with a manual, very cool. Some cables. It comes with a USB-A to USB-C cable, which is nice. And it comes with the microphone. So what's nice here is that the microphone itself is fairly light. And it doesn't mean that is a lack of quality at all. It just means that it is super light, which is nice, depending on where you're going to be using this, of course. Connecting it on the go. Especially that this is USB and XLR. So on the go for me, I do have a USB mic so I can do podcasts on the road. And this is very, very cool. It's got your mute switch here. It has your digital dial. And like we said, is we got our XLR connection. We have the USB-C. This is the Rgb switch to turn it on and off. And then, of course, we can monitor our audio, which is great. This here is the mic thread connected to a boom arms, and this has a built-in windscreen. Okay, so let's take a look at this a little bit further. Okay, so this is the mic itself. It is fairly small, which is, again, what I like. This is a budget-friendly mic. So let's hear how it sounds. So we're going to take a look and switch this up. Okay, so we are now connected to the Rodecaster Pro. I have it on a boom arm here. And a couple things, I do have it set up on the Rodecaster Pro. I'm monitoring my headphones just to hear how it sounds myself. When I'm using dynamic microphones, just be aware the dynamic microphones, you have to be a little bit closer to get better sound. Now, that's for all mics. One thing that you'll notice here, I talked about that this mic has RGB lights. You can use the one button mute, and there is some gain control. Now, I don't know if you can hear this, so I'm kind of fiddling with the gain control, and it is picking it up. So there's a few things that I notice here using the mic. I will be using this for a few of my podcast episodes just to really compare to see how well this does in comparison to the sound quality of my other mics. Now that I have this connected to the Rodecaster Pro, I do notice that the Rodecaster Pro kind of takes over. You can't really use a lot of the cool features that a lot of people would love getting this mic for, like those RGB lights. If I were to click on the RGB lights, it doesn't seem to be working. The mute button, I'm pretty sure you can still hear me. I'm still pressing it. You might even hear the feedback. So this mic just will work with through XLR, through whatever you like. The Rodecaster Pro is what I'm using it for. You can use a Focusrite Scarlett Solo or any of those as well. Now, processing this, you can do a lot more control on your Rodecaster Pro or your Focusrite, any of those devices to get the sound that you want. I've just increased the bass a little bit. I haven't touched anything on the treble, and I think it sounds pretty good. Secondly, I wanted to put this in the view of the camera because this is an internet mic. It's what it's marketed for. It's a budget mic. And how does it look on screen if you're doing video podcasts or you're just recording yourself in an interview? How does this look? For me, it's a light mic. It's kind of hollow. It doesn't feel substantial. I would even say it feels budget, and you are paying less than other mics on the market that is an XLR connection. For the look, I do like the look. It does come with this stability ring, so it won't pick up as many vibrations if I'm moving the mic or the boom arm or I accidentally hit it. It will kind of absorb that so it doesn't sneak through into the sound. Hopefully, if I'm moving the boom arm here. Let me just lock this in place because it's hitting some other stuff. But I'm kind of wiggling. I'm wiggling the boom arm now. Woo. I don't know. Can you feel that? Can you hear that? Not too bad. I mean, for what it is, I will say it doesn't really compare in build quality. It doesn't really compare in the stability in comparison to something like the Shure SM7B, which I own, not even the Samsung Q2U. This, though, is a great mic for, I would say, travel. If you're going to be connecting through an XLR, because all you need is something like this. But if you're traveling, you may not need to do that because this will connect through USB-C. So we're going to do another switch and we're going to connect this through USB-C, and hopefully we'll be able to see the RGB lights and see if that's something that you like. So we are going to switch. All right, everyone, welcome back. So now I have connected the mic to USB. As you can see, it has lit up like a Christmas tree. We have the white light here. We have a green light for the knob. So as soon as I press mute, and then I unmute. So when I hit the mute button, it does turn red. It does indicate that it no longer is receiving any audio, which is really nice. Now with controls, I should be able to click the RGB, and as you can see, as I click this, it is changing colors. I think I'll stick with purple just for this review. This is very nice. And I'm actually using this with my iPad. And the reason why I wanted to use my iPad is because if I am traveling and doing podcasts, I'd like to use my iPad to record my audio. Then I can take the audio and, of course, send it out and export it as an MP3 and send to various different podcast hosts. I use Buzzsprout. You can see the link below. Also, now that YouTube has video podcasts, if I'm recording myself and recording, this is going to be a nice little cool little thing that I can use to sync and record my audio and do all the things without an actual computer and do everything through my iPad. Now, a few things that I like about this: it is light and small. It is a budget mic, so it's very affordable. This isn't something that I would personally want to use on a regular basis professionally for my Zoom calls or my regular podcasts or the mic that I would use in studio. That being said, as a travel mic, being light, being able to use this as a secondary or third mic that I can connect to my Rodecaster Pro to record everyone that will be in my podcast or that's with me and I'm doing a recording. I may not even use this for voiceovers, to be perfectly honest. I do like the versatility of the USB-C as well as XLR. And as you can see, as soon as I click this and connect it to a USB-C device, completely lights up and you're able to really utilize everything that this mic has to offer. I do like that it's a dynamic mic, so be able to capture my voice. It's a little bit deeper. Just be aware with dynamic mics, you do have to be closer to the mic to pick up your voice and to have the best audio quality. That being said, that's me. I think for the price that you're getting this mic for, in comparison to other mics on the market that both have USB-C as well as an XLR connection, especially something like the Shure M7 or the Shure SM7B, those type of mics that are a little bit pricier than this mic here. This also gives you an anti-shock mount. Of course, it connects to a boom arm. It gives you the 5/8 thread to put this on any boom arm that's available. It also comes with an adapter as well. So if you do have a different thread boom arm, you can use this to connect this mic. Overall, though, this is a pretty good mic for the price. Is it something that I'd recommend? Well, you be the judge. Do you like the sound? For me, for the price, it's okay. I think it does very well, especially for a USB mic. That with the XLR connection, there are other options on the market, but there are other things to think about. One is the look and feel of the mic if you're going to be on a video podcast, or you are gaming and you want the RGB lights. Me personally, I'm not a big fan. It's not something that I would use. This, of course, it is nice to have, though, which is really cool. Ultimately, is the sound quality. The sound quality to make it easier to edit in post, to make it sound good. Is it clipping? Is it picking up my voice? Is it getting the deep sound that I'm looking for? With the XLR connection, you can definitely make it easier in post, where you can really dial in using something like the Rodecaster Pro, or like I said, a Focusrite. You just won't have the RGB lights that are available to you when you connect it through USB-C. Connecting this through an iPad or computer and dialing it in digitally is also something that you can do, which this makes it a very good option. Well, with that, hopefully, if you found value in this review, in this video, let me know in the comments, and also let me know, how does this sound? How does this sound through USB-C? How did it sound through the XLR connection through the Rodecaster Pro? And how does it compare to my regular boom arm, which I used in the beginning of this video, which is the Rode NTG5, which is a boom arm right out of frame. So hopefully you found some value. Again, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Be safe, stay awesome, and I will catch you in the next video.